Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar and proud to support Needham Junior Football.
Hello and welcome to Oakleys Off the Bar, bringing you the best football in the Football South region. As always, I'm Hamish Phillip, and the Harley Quinn to this joker is Tessa Nicol.
How you doing today, Hamish?
It's good. We're down here at Tonga Park today, aren't we?
We sure are. What have we got? We've got Cavi versus Melchester today, so it should be a very, very good battle on the pitch today. What are your thoughts in around the game today, Hamish?
It's going to be a heated match. It could go either way, so let's go meet the teams.
Ben Green, centre back. Connor Walsh, midfield. Harrison Bates, centre mid. Kev Clancy, centre back. Taylor Ball, left back. Joseph, left wing. Ambrose Lee, centre back. Wide back. Holden Wilton, striker. Josh Scriber, right back. Jim Corwell, right back. Ashton Ford, striker. Sam Cam, goalkeeper. Graham Warman, coach. Matt Henry, midfield. Tom, goalkeeper. Ethan, striker. Joel, midfield. Matt, striker. Will, striker. Caleb, midfield. Oh, hello, striker. Xavier, defender. Oh, hello, Caleb, right back. Noah, striker. Josh, defender.
Oakleys is a name that's become synonymous with bathroom excellence. For over 140 years, the team at Oakleys has provided the highest quality bathroom products, plumbing supplies, intelligent advice, and smart service. This commitment continues with Oakleys' new era in showroom innovation, with new products such as the Orajet, the most advanced and invigorating shower experience ever. Come in and visit the team at 46 Timaru Street. Call us on 466-3600 or visit us online.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Kids, they're the funniest, liveliest people in the world. They need a great energy source, and here it is. Oat singles from Harroway's. There's a delicious choice of flavours for the whole family, including original oat singles for Dad. Oat singles from Harroway's.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar and proud to support Needham Junior Football.
And we're underway here at Tonga Park as Caversham hosts Melchester in the 16th Division. Set to be an absolute thrilling game.
Starting off here, Caversham putting on the early pressure there.
Yes, a very high press. Oh,
and they've done well to actually get a touch on that.
yes. Great high press. Caversham showing their intentions early.
Absolutely looking to get the upper hand over Melchester fairly early.
An early thing here. The defender taking the goal kick and an early free kick as well.
I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty interesting match today, Hamish.
Yes, well, it has plenty of history, does the Caversham-Melchester fixture here, dating back to the year 2000. Nasty wee split between the clubs, and And they've had some great matches in recent history. Melchester tend to dominate in the junior division. Caversham clearly dominate in the senior division. But basically, formerly one club. And Melchester getting on a hot attack here.
It's a good
Can
ball
he get
through.
into the mixer? He sure can. Pushed wide though.
Support underneath.
And he's got to
Can he
open
put it
up.
back into the mixer?
Yes. Plays him back in. He's still onside. Whips it in left foot. Headed away. Outside shot. Oh,
So
weak
keeper's
deflection.
done
It's a
what-
goal.
oh, it's an early
Oh,
goal.
offside. Offside. Brilliantly picked up by referee Marsh there.
Keeper did well to have that first initial
Yes.
save there as well.
Oh, here we go. All action in the first moments. No doubt the game will continue to be like this.
Be interesting to see if they can keep this intensity up for the full length of the match, though. It's
Yes.
started off pretty heated.
Yep. Just like any good Cavy Melchester match should be. He's going to look to whip this one in. This is end-to-end football, and we're barely 2 minutes into it. Noah whips one in. Tries to part the defenders. Couldn't do so. Plays back to the keeper. Now, this is young Thomas Paul in goal. I believe he is actually only 15 years old.
And I also hear rumours that he's moving or going towards a Phoenix
Yes,
Academy as well. I've heard
Yes.
I've heard a few things in amongst the grapevine, which is fantastic to see.
So this will not only be the first time that you possibly see him on TV, you may be seeing him in the near future.
Fantastic.
Nice early free kick there by Melchester. Happy to keep possession.
Just imagine if these two teams hadn't split back in the
Oh.
day, how much of a powerhouse they would have been
Yes,
combined.
they'd be dominating all of football. They'd be working towards that Hadland Shield every year. But hey, that's where the cookie crumbles.
Absolutely. And then we've got I guess two quality sides.
Yes. And it's
Well-
great that plenty of these youth boys for Caversham actually get the opportunity to train with the men's Premier and Fletcher Cup sides.
Fantastic.
So that sort of experience you don't just get that at every club.
No, absolutely not. And it's great to see that obviously Caversham are looking to foster the young
Yep.
generation coming through.
Looking to the future, and that's due to a lot of good coaching staff that they've got in there. The Fleming lads, Malcolm and Steve, along with Phil here today, as you'll see at the end of the match. But the same goes for Melchester. Melchester is a very proud club. They've come a long way since their early days of just being a junior club. They've got a number of senior teams where the parents would join up, and they've won a couple leagues in that senior grades in the social divisions. So
Fantastic.
another
Be great to see them. Great to see them pushing to get a couple more senior teams in the next few years, especially with a young team like this. If they can all stay together and push through to create a
number 9 onto the
so
the
good
right foot. Cleared off the
touch.
line. No, it's in the onion bag. No offside this time. Melchester take the 1-0 lead.
It is a goal.
Caversham are going to have to fight uphill now. They're 1-0 down. 5 minutes into the match.
They'll be looking to get a quick one back to bring it back to even playing fields.
Joel Reddick's on the ball there. Now that last name might sound familiar. His father, the rector of King's High School.
Wow.
Big shoes to fill. Reddick's, Dan Reddick's, known as a dominant midfielder wherever he plays. And whips that ball in.
Headed away to safety.
Notorious for playing for Melchester.
Oh, what do you know?
So his boy plays for Cavey. It's good to see the connection between the two clubs is
Yep.
friendly these days.
Oh, absolutely. It's, I think that's really important moving forward.
Yeah, can he eye
Well,
pierce
it's a good ball through.
Thomas Paul will have that. Big right foot. Don't stand in front of that.
And
Harlow
it's
on the ball now.
somehow managed to make it through the centre of the pitch as well. He's
Yes.
done well.
Well, they have got Noah out there, so anything could be parted. 15 on the ball. Plays into Odin.
It's great defence there.
Yes. Dedication there, and also loving that the Cavey boys actually got the red undersleeves there, showing that following the laws of the game, having the same coloured undershirt as your top.
Fantastic. The referee will be stoked about that one, Hamish.
Yes, but then again, looking at the referee, he's got a different colour undertop.
It's a bit of a contradiction, isn't it,
Yeah,
Hamish?
I won't say,
Be having words to Jeff Clamp about that one.
Jeff Clamp will have be giving an email to young Caleb Marsh. Now, if you think the referee looks familiar from previous weeks, it's actually the 3rd game this season already that he's refereed for. He's coming out here, a good young prospect of a referee.
Which is important for the future of the game as well. If we don't have referees, then we're not going to be able to play football.
Yes, and it's good to see such a young man coming out and doing this Saturday morning. I know that later today he's actually running the line in the Caversham Southland game, AR1 at that. So
great to see him getting some top quality experience there, Hamish.
Yeah. And it's very rare that you'll get a young referee coming along and have the courage to do such a thing. Can he keep this ball in? No, too much sugar on the old Harroways this morning for that one. But young referees, can't do it without them, you know.
Absolutely not. And yourself being coming through the ranks as a young referee yourself, Hamish?
Yes, I started refereeing when I was 15 years old, refereeing my old man's over 35s team.
Gosh, that must seem like a few years ago now,
Oh,
Hamish.
you'd be pushing about 40 years ago.
Yeah, at least.
But I learnt in the over 35s, and then I come into youth, and within a couple of years I was a Premier League referee.
Fantastic. And
So who knows with Caleb?
And word has it on the street that you refed at the Milk Cup as well.
Yes, I've refereed at a couple Milk Cups. So a couple of these lads will be maybe pushing for a spot in that Milk Cup squad, which is now known as the Super Cup.
Oh, wow.
But I must say it was one of the best refereeing experience of my life in the Milk Cup in 2011 and 2012. Getting to referee such teams as Man United, Tottenham, Burnley, Readings, Cruiser-Zill. And even being involved in the USA versus Israel game.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. A great experience that you'll be hoping to pass on to young referees popping through, such as the young lad that's reffing today.
Well, one week Caleb could be refereeing Caversham versus Melchester. The next week, you never know, he might be in the middle of United versus City.
Here's hoping for the future of refereeing. And that's a nice wee ball pinged through into the pocket for number 3 running on.
You know he's running fast because the head's going backwards.
Is that how you run, Hamish?
Yeah, well, I don't run very often, but when I do...
You're running?
Yep.
From something to something?
Well, it takes a bit to slow me down, I'll be honest. Gravity takes me away. And we flick in there. And...
popping it back out to safety.
A couple of these lads that have been at the Cavi trainings will know my terrible touch in the football. They know if you're playing it to me, you're not getting it back.
I hear you've been, relegated from striker to Waterboy, Hamish. Yes.
It's a promotion that I'm glad with.
Right. Yep.
Yes. Realising, wait a minute, I'll get back to this in a second. A bit of juggling competition.
Yep.
The juggling competition's not yet.
Yep.
That just filling in for numbers at the Cavi training there and attempting to play striker. Had a good run.
Yep.
Good one run.
Oh, you were running? Yep.
Yeah,
nice.
I had that one good run, and then
back.
And that was me for the whole game, I would say. I missed from about 2 yards out.
Yep.
So I didn't want to embarrass the goalkeeper, having a referee score against you.
For sure, there's nothing more embarrassing.
Yeah. Wait a minute. 8 from distance. It was actually said that I couldn't finish a sandwich that day, so yeah. But oh well, hey, you gotta love a try.
Absolutely.
It gave the boys a laugh.
I'm sure it did. Seeing a referee try and kick a ball.
Yeah, made a couple of the players feel better about themselves. So now here we go. Now Melchester with the first corner of the game. Now just in behind that goal is the wonder pooch, Boost Pal Phillip. She's inspecting that the ball was actually inside the arc.
Fantastic. It's always good to see dogs out just inspecting the line and making sure it's all
what
going
a pal!
to fan. And that's some great hands. Great hands by Tom.
Are they some KA gloves on them? I believe they are.
Oh, Tom will be having a field day.
Yeah, what a marvellous catch. Couldn't have caught that with another pair of gloves, just the KAs. Oh, he's taken his own teammate out there. Glennie playing this midfield, Odin coming back in there for the ball. I've heard that his strike has the power of Thor. We're about to see it.
Great ball.
And he's offside.
Great to see the referee showing some consistency on his calls as well.
Yep.
It must be very hard as a referee to not have sideline refs to be able to give an accurate call, but he seems to be doing really well.
Yeah, you always get a bit of banter from the sidelines. It's the easiest way to think about it. Not everybody's going to agree with your decisions, and It's just how it is.
It's a great clearance.
You just try and get on with it.
Yep.
Do the best job you can, and if you leave on the day going, hey, I tried my best, then that's all that
That's
matters.
all that matters. Absolutely.
Tommy, those free kicks are yours, mate. Yeah? Get the players up. Good, Josh.
It's a good ping into the corner there.
Happy to see that one go out.
Absolutely. Seems the game's started to settle into a little bit more possession based,
Yes.
which is good to see.
The fizz of the first 5 minutes has just settled away from the game.
Yeah, and Cabby will be looking to try and take hold of possession on this
Yep.
one. And it's well shut down by Melchester.
Yeah, young Noah out there of the Scott family, a big family at the Caversham club. Does some phenomenal things, so he's got a big name to live up to.
Great. It's great to hear families staying within clubs and seeing sons playing under fathers and whatnot.
And there's plenty of them combinations within the club. Young Noah, his father and uncles are, well, all Premier League players in their time,
It's a
I
good
believe.
ball through.
Tyron onto the ball. Can he keep this ball in? 2-on-1 situation. Referee Marsh calls for a Melchester throw. Now, I wonder if Melchester's got Roy out there today. Roy Race. The most famous Melchester player of all time. The flicks that button back through. For many of you that do not know, Melchester Rovers was actually named after a comic book. Roy
wow.
Race, I believe the name was. He was a famous striker. Won the FA Cup, I believe, even, in the comic book. Scored a hat-trick and saved a penalty, I believe.
Brilliant.
That's what you want on your players.
Absolutely.
He had a rival called Hotshot Hamish, and who was a striker that would rip the back of the net.
Very interesting choice of name.
Yeah, so what other comic books could we see teams being named in the future? The Spider-Man 11? Here we go. Avengers United.
Well done. Kevin doing well to clear that.
Should be there already.
Yes.
Great touch, well brought down.
Oh,
Good
brilliant.
vision as well out to the wing.
A couple of people over in the house behind the play there having a watch of the game. They must love it every Saturday morning.
Absolutely. How could you not?
Yeah.
Football right on your back porch.
And look at this. We're going to make a substitution here. Melk and Phil calling for the sub. Double substitution here. Couple impact subs coming on.
At this age group, Hamish, are they still doing rolling subs?
Yep, rolling subs there. So they'll get another wee run a little bit later on.
Fantastic.
Just offering some fresh legs in there. Obviously asking for a very high work rate. We've just heard they're going to be going back on shortly there, Tess.
Fantastic.
And there is rumour going around that they may even get a call up later on today for one of the senior teams.
Again, great to see young players being integrated into senior teams.
Yes. Yep. Free kick there. Now, a slight delay in the call there by the referee for the sole purpose of, can he see an advantage afterwards? It's a sign of a good referee. Just let it go. As it fell to a Caversham foot there, well, there's clearly going to be no advantage, so we go back for the foul.
Right.
So, good sign of refereeing, and it's really come out with Dunedin referees in the last couple of years.
I think that's fantastic, though. I mean, as a player, there's nothing worse than a referee pulling up something that could have been played to an advantage, and it's great to see that they see the importance in that.
Yeah. So, something I pride myself on being able to do. At times you get it wrong, and you just put your hand up as a referee saying, hey, should have played the advantage there.
And that's okay. We forgive you. And the ball's done well there.
But as you say, the players appreciate you looking to let the game flow and not stopping the game every now and again. So
Absolutely. And this will give both teams a time just to
relax.
get back into position.
Well, at this time, I might as well thank our sponsors who make this show possible. They bring us out here every Saturday and showcase some of the best football in the region. That's obviously Oakleys Bathroom Plumbing and Centre, Haraway Oats, which the players of the day today will be receiving some Haraways, and the legendary Hard to Find but totally worth the effort second-hand bookshop down on 20 Dowling Street, offering a voucher as well to one of the players of the day, coming up and helping out the show, and no doubt all these
Fantastic.
lads out here will be appreciating it. And,
Absolutely.
so far this season we've actually brought you some astonishing games for Oakleys off the bar. We've witnessed the Roslyn Waikaria Premier women twice, getting a 4-4 draw against Queenstown, and what has to be one of the greatest spectacles that we've ever seen on Oakleys. And in the Knockout Cup last week, where Dunedin Tech advanced to the top 8 in the country. So along with that, we've seen a couple of junior games there.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see as well. Obviously, Channel 39 broadcasting junior games as well as senior games and youth games, obviously, as well. I think it's important that we cover the whole spectrum.
Yeah, and not only do we broadcast at Dunedin, we also broadcast down in Invercargill. So hello to all our Invercargill viewers. I know we've got a good wee fan base down there. And of course, we're now on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, cheers for coming along. Make sure you press that subscribe button, get the notifications, like us on Facebook at Oakleys Off the Bar, Southern TV. But we've really been appreciating all the support that the local community's been showing the show, from views on YouTube to likes on Facebook to even letters of appreciation. So, yeah, it's awesome to see.
As we couldn't do it without the fans.
Yep. And of course, Football South helping us out with our field locations and really coming to the party to even suggest the odd game here and there of what are the big games this weekend, helping us out, even moving a couple grounds just so we can get a filming for a big game. So thank you heaps there. Sean Hamill and the crew down there.
Hey, no worries, Hamish.
Yeah, that's okay, Tess. Tess, of course, being the Women's Development Officer. What's up for the next couple of weeks there for you?
So I am off to Central next week, Hamish, just to stop by and say hi and introduce myself to a few people and get to know the locals up that way as well.
Cool. You'll be taking a couple sessions down there?
Yep, I sure am. So I'm taking a couple of high school sessions and a couple of under 10 and under 12 sessions as well. And we're also doing an informal females in football workshop as well, which is great.
Brilliant. Now, I noticed that just last week you were down in Invercargill and what seemed to be a highly successful... Oh, big free kick there. Possible yellow coming up here.
Let's see what the referee produces.
Yes. The Caversham... Oh, and it's a yellow card. Talked himself into the book there. Caleb Marsh having none of that. Doesn't want none of that. We'll get back to that story of Invercargill in a moment. We'll see what this free kick can produce here, Tess.
Absolutely.
So this is quite a danger zone. As a keeper, how many are you looking for a wall here? Are you going to put a wall?
No, so it totally depends on where the ball's being placed, Hamish. So where it is at the moment, I would only have personally one person out there, and the further round to the centre of the goal that you get, you start adding more to your wall.
Ideal. They've got the weakest man on the field in the wall.
A very dangerous
Thomas.
and well taken.
Yeah.
And that's great distribution there as well.
Here we go. And
Looks
he's
like
at pace. Oh, brilliant defending. Unlucky he's rolled back through the legs there.
It's done well to hold him up though, but
he's turned
Cabby's
straight
still
into
on
him.
the...
Now, getting back to the Invercargill story, you went down there. You went with local legend, Sammy Murrell, and you went down there. Tell us about it.
It was a fantastic evening, Hamish. We had over 70 girls between the ages of 7 and 17 attending for an hour. They did a couple of fun skills and then they progressed into small-sided games. It was fantastic to see so many awesome girls turn out.
Yep.
A great bunch of ladies as well. I'm really looking forward to going down there for my next trip.
It really looked quite fun there as well, but also at the same time, plenty of footballs roaming around, so they're clearly making people fall in love with the game.
Absolutely, and hopefully if we can get one more girl involved, then it's a job well done. And there was also, I think we discussed last week when I was talking about it with Tom, but it was great to see one girl in particular did her brownies project on Sammy.
Yes,
and
young Harvey, I believe.
Yes, and it's great, I think, as adults to remind ourselves of how important it is that we are good role models to the younger generation coming through, and that, we inform them of what opportunities are around.
And what better, hero or idol to have than little Sammy, a person from Invercargill who has obviously gone on, and she's gone on to not only play for the New Zealand Under-20 such as yourself, but to also then go and get a scholarship in America to probably the most prestigious school in the world, Harvard.
Absolutely. She's a great, not only a great footballer, but she's also a great person as well, Hamish. You couldn't pick a better role model to have as someone growing up in the world of football.
Yep.
And it was great to see Sammy taking the time out to get to know Harvey
Yep.
and to get to know the other girls within all the other age groups as well.
And it's brilliant. And that's something that them young ones will remember for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. And it would be great to see more of it happen,
Yep.
I suppose, within the senior teams as well. Hopefully that might be something that becomes the norm in a few years.
Yeah. And there's plenty of potential for it here in Dunedin.
Absolutely. We've got obviously the Southern United women's team,
Yep.
and we've got many squad members that are involved in that.
And it's not just players from Dunedin that play in that team. People from Queenstown, all down Central area, and Invercargill, obviously. People travel near and far to come play for Southern United.
Absolutely, and then there's not to forget the local premier side as well.
Yep.
Those girls and women are also very, very important. And I know that there's a few girls in the Roslyn women's
Yep.
Prems team that go down and watch a couple of junior games before their own games, which I think's great.
And as I've said to you, I find it a great honour to be involved with not only Southern United, but the Roslyn Waikari Premier Women, and to be able to showcase them just the other week. And then to have the young ones talk about it. Oh, did you see Alex on the ball? Did you see Renee's goal?
Yep.
And all that. And a wee bit of buzz around the club. And but to offer that back to the clubs, and it's same with these young ones here. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl.
No.
They'll go along. Some of them get to play in the top teams.
Absolutely,
Some
like
of
some of these young men here as well, they're looking to play Fletcher Cup, and
Yep.
I'm sure that they'll be aspiring to play Prems in a few years and perhaps even on to Southern United. It's great to see them getting in amongst with their local heroes as well.
Especially in the last couple of years, that pathway's been made just that little bit more clear for
absolutely.
football within the region. And that you've got to give credit to Football South with that one.
Oh, stop it, Hamish.
That and the clubs. The clubs coming together.
Yep, absolutely. That's a very important piece of the puzzle, is the clubs working together
Yep.
so that we're able to move forward rather than as individuals, but
Yep.
as a federation.
Yep.
I think that's really important.
As long as you're rivals for 90 minutes on that football field.
Yep.
And friends off the pitch and helping each other learn.
Absolutely. No mercy on the pitch.
Yeah. One example is the likes of Malcolm and Steve Fleming, who invited me along to come learn off them as coaches with Caversham. Even though I'm with the Roslyn Waikari Football Club, they invited me along to
Yep.
come along, develop myself as a coach. And this year I've come leaps and bounds with my own coaching, I believe, and just for them to offer to help a young coach come through the ranks. So little things like that. It's not just the players. It could be the admins, the coaches, the
Yep.
parents, referees.
Absolutely. And it's actually the same with myself as well, being involved at the start of the year, pre-operation.
Yes.
I was involved with Roslyn and
Yep.
also university as well,
Yep.
which has been a fantastic experience. Both fantastic clubs, and they
Yep.
have fantastic people involved, and I felt very...
Oh, it's off the bar!
Off the bar!
Not over the line, though. Not over the line. It's off the bar. Down your
He's-
drink.
Tom and Gold's done well to deal with that one.
Yep.
Those are so niggly. All it takes is a little deflection and
it.
can be game over.
Talk about impact sub.
And again,
Oh, penalty. Oh, this is interesting. Yellow card there.
thoughts
Not
on
a-
that one there, Hamish?
Oh, well. I didn't have the greatest angle. I never like to call these ones from distance.
No.
At first thought, I would say it would be a play I'd be playing on, but that replay may show different, and he has taken quite a knock here. There we go. Even though, oh wait a minute, one of their players is. Here we go. Bit of confusion in around here.
Xavier, you need to shut up.
There we go.
It'll be interesting to see.
The replays will be very interesting.
Yes.
As I said, my first thought was it wasn't a penalty, but Caleb Marsh was in a much closer position than I.
It's a fair assumption.
Melchester will say it was a penalty. Caversham will say no. Graham Phillip down on the line there. He'll have a very good view on the game. Penalty coming up. And he finds the onion bag. It's 2-0 here.
It'll be interesting to see if Kevy can pull back from this one.
And no doubt she has the they have the attitude to fight back here. Oh, beautiful
Absolutely.
first touch. Oh, pierce the gap. Unlucky. In on that touch. Melchester will look to hold this lead. Possibly just maintain the ball to that half-time mark.
Can't have too much longer to go here, Hamish.
I believe they play 35s. Play 35s? 45s. So we do play.
I didn't think it was a penalty either, but it's like. Division 1 players go and play senior football. And yet they're smashing them 45 minutes.
So it is. So we have actually got a little bit of time. We've just been informed. Just made sure with the coaches. It is 45-minute halves here.
Just as well at the stage that they still do rolling subs. Otherwise,
Yeah.
that's a long 90 for a lot of players when they've got to go on and fill in the shoes of a Fletcher Cup or a Prem side.
But as we just discussed, a lot of these players do move up and actually go play for senior teams. So that's pretty hard on them. I don't even remember. Yeah, the player welfare out there. But I never remember playing 45s as a
No,
kid.
I was just thinking that as well.
Yeah, when I played 16th or youth division,
I thought it was
35 would be maximum.
Yeah.
Plus you would go and play for senior teams
But still a fantastic opportunity.
to showcase their talent here today.
Absolutely.
Gives Cavi plenty more time to fight back. And if their Prem side, just like last week, they fought back from being 1-0 down, can they do the same thing?
If they're anything like their Prem side, I'm sure they can, Hamish.
We've just been informed by sideline commentator Graham Phillip that it apparently was a clean penalty. He was standing right on the edge of the box. So we'll give Caleb Mark a wee tick there for that one.
I think it's crucial now at the moment, Cavi coming from behind, that they try and keep possession and try not to rush into tackles and just try to ignore the scoreline a wee bit and play to their game.
Well, Melchester's getting a lot of the counters here. But Caversham's looking like really good constructive play. It's good to see Tom still coming out there. He's confident in his own ability,
That's great,
even though he's sitting on that yellow card.
because that could be a knock to somebody's confidence.
Yep.
I know for myself, growing up as a young goalkeeper, especially when I was 15 and 16, that would have been a big blow.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic to see that he's still playing his game. And it looks like Cavi is starting to settle into their game a little bit more now, which is great to see.
A goal before half would be ideal for them.
Yep, that's all they need. All they need in it is a goal.
Oh, here we go. Melchester charging it down. Good high press. It is offside.
Good ball through.
Yeah, easy.
Good call by the referee.
It doesn't want to kick this away. Good. Young Ashley up front there. Had a bit of hair dye from Bayfield High School.
Very spunky.
Yes. Now, if I remember right, Ashley was actually a centre-back just last year. So
Fantastic.
maybe he's felt the need to score more goals because he would score goals from halfway, this lad. So just with his...
Why not get closer?
Yeah, get closer. Maybe it'll happen more frequently. He's even got the fancy boots for it. Xavier, also number 5, number sitting on a yellow card as well. And they're going to make another substitution here is Caversham. Xavier, yep. Bringing him off. Sensible play. And it's awesome to be out here at Tonga Park today. Like the field's actually holding up for us. Tonga Park notorious for being a lake at
I was
times.
about to say, nice not to see any puddles around.
Yes, it's always ideal. This is actually the training field for the men's and Fletcher Cup side. Gets cut up quite a bit with all the running, but holding up, so no harm in that. Wait, just in on that one there, Caleb.
Good
Harlow on the
play.
ball here, leaves the ball behind. Oh,
And
loses the
Melchester
ball.
have seen an opportunity.
Yes. Now, plenty of these lads also in the FTC program in the years past, getting the privilege to train them. Plenty of talent in amongst both teams here today.
Absolutely.
And we've seen that clearly in the football.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, Hamish, this is the future of football right here.
Caleb, very good.
And it's nice to see the teams aren't afraid to play up the middle as well.
Yep.
Playing very incisive
They're
balls.
confident wherever they play.
Yep. Both teams as well.
And plenty of people out here to watch the game here today. There, Tess. So plenty of names out there. So a couple of the other youth lads from the Caversham team who should have been called up to the Prem squad there today. Young Jig Collins there.
Great.
Sat on the bench last week for them, and he's been called up to just play for them today. So
It's a great opportunity.
hopefully he gets that chance. That's a
It's a
great
good ball
through ball.
through.
Melchester on it.
Keeper's done well to get something on that. Can
in
Kevy get
there.
it away? Now Melchester have done well to keep it,
Yes, somehow Caversham are getting men behind the ball and chips that ball
which
away.
is what they're very notorious for. I
Yeah.
came and watched Kevy play a couple of weekends ago against Roslyn,
Yep.
and what I was most impressed about was the way that they were able to get numbers forward very quickly, and
Yep.
also as soon as they lost the ball, the ability to get numbers in behind as well.
Such a high work rate by the side, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely, and it's showing right from the senior team all the way through to the age groups as well.
And it really shows why their dominance has been around for the last 17 odd years.
Mm-hmm.
Winning the title, I believe, at least 12 to 13 times in that time. Undefeated the full season last year, didn't drop a point. Won every game. The only game they lost was in the Chatham Cup up north. So far this season, their men's premiers undefeated, so they're there on that next level.
Mm-hmm.
They do face a tough challenge today against Southland, though.
Southland have been doing quite well in the old Premier League.
Yep.
I hear.
They
Whereabouts?
sure-
Do you know whereabouts they're sitting at the moment,
I
Hamish?
believe they're sitting 4th, 5th, so they're that mid-table. But they have they've ruffled feathers.
Mm-hmm.
They've come out with that never die attitude, and real rough and tough tackling team. Which there's nothing worse coming up against. If every tackle's going to hurt.
Absolutely. But that's again a notorious sort of attribute for any sort of Southland team.
Yep.
They've always been very tough, very rough sort of bunch to try and play football against,
yes.
which is fantastic. It
Yep.
makes you
And
harden up a little bit.
And it wins them matches.
Absolutely. If you can muscle the other person off the ball,
Now we're going to see the first corner for Caversham here today.
and they utilise it.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
a
good
great
ball
pull.
in.
Keeper with the fist. No on the ball. Plays it back. Well, with the
Ball in.
Oh,
Ooh,
just over the bar.
over.
Just over the bar there. Ball heads on down to Dan Reddick's down there, the principal of King's High School, as we said to earlier. There's boy Joel playing there today. A couple of other players. There's Joseph Carvel down there. Joseph Carvel, a player of the Green Island side there. Most people know his father, Shane Carvel, basically the face of football for many a year in Dunedin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Done
he'll be
a
down
lot-
there.
Done a lot of great things.
Yeah, Joey's been begging me all year to hopefully appear on Oakleys. And he's hoping that his Green Island youth side, which is in this division, who are leading the competition at the moment,
Great.
he wants them to make an appearance. He told me he's got the best goal celebration Oakleys will ever see. And what
It's
a shot that
it's
was.
a good hit, but
Keeper's got
not,
hands in behind
not
it.
troubling the keeper at all. Looking very calm.
So should we see Green Island in the youth grade there, and Joey scores, press record, because it's apparently going to be something amazing. So look forward to it.
Midfield movement.
Thomas on the ball here. What a great nudge. Reaches halfway. We flick on.
Great distribution as well.
Yeah.
Something that makes Tom stand out is he's always had great feet, great distribution.
Yes, I heard all his peers look up to him, not by choice. So, standing closer to 7 foot than I'll ever be.
It's okay, Hamish. You're winning from the other end, mate.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, we deflection.
Questionable back pass there,
No,
Hamish.
no.
What do you think about that?
If he meant that, he should be playing in the higher leagues.
Oh, gosh. Just ruffling your feathers there, Hamish.
Now, just a wee side note there. I'm not sure if many of our viewers picked it up, but Caleb Marsh dropping his whistle there. I don't know if he'll be wanting to blow that whistle again if it's got
No,
some
it's
Tonga Park mud on it.
Bit feral, that one.
Good wee technique there.
Support coming underneath for Melchester, but looking to pop it into.
Holding the ball up in the corner there. Caleb doing well. We're going to see another corner here. They're going to sit up. What will they produce here? And behind the goal, young Bruce Pell Phillip, once again, just checking out the corner. Showing her butt. Whips a ball in.
Still not out of, out of danger.
Oh, played out to Bruce down there. She's got though, so she won't worry about that football.
No.
She's teasing the dog on the lead as Bruce is never on a lead. She's so well behaved.
She's a she's the definition of what you would call a good dog, Hamish.
She is. Good dog. Oh, that's
It's a
a
great
great
ball.
ball. Thomas up for it again. Brilliant.
Well, I'm very, very confident in the air. You don't see that a lot in a young goalkeeper.
Nah.
Let it go.
Good nudge. Good nudge. Even though it doesn't go exactly where he wanted it.
Number
because
40's
of
done
the
well
power-
to bring that down.
Oh,
That's a
yes,
questionable tackle.
Yep. And good sportsmanship there. Hey, yeah, I'm sorry about that there, bud. That, and it also disarms the referee going, hey, you know I've done wrong. I'm not going to talk my way into the book here today.
No. And Kevy will be looking to get some heads on this one. Or will he even be looking to pop it into the corner himself?
The problem is, though, Melchester seem to have a bit of height in that. So they just
Yeah.
an inch or two over almost all of their players, apart from Tim Caldwell out there for Melchester. He's knee-high to a grasshopper. And he's found the wall. You need to produce better than that. And now they're vulnerable to a counter-attack here.
It's not a bad ball in over the top, but
Turn out. Thomas should be...
Kevy will be
on-
looking to...
Oh,
and well done.
brilliant.
And
Brilliant.
great support underneath as well from the fullback.
Yes.
Good job.
Josh. Once again, central defence playing vital for Melchester today. And number 3 is just lightning here today. Whips it in. Great cover.
But he's found the feet of a Melchester player, but Kevy seemed to have cleared it.
Yep.
Just out of trouble for now.
For now being the main word there.
Yes. But again, Kevy have got great numbers in behind the ball.
Yep.
Ref. Next out, ref.
And look to play that button back in. Noah's on the ball. Plays it back in. Now look at this.
Looking to
Getting nice and
circulate.
wide. Get nice and wide. Thomas happy to thump
Yeah.
that one.
Great decision.
Oh, a bit of an arm in the back there. Referee not in the greatest position to call that one.
But just straight through
Oh.
the middle of the park, that's almost too easy.
Number 3's on the ball, left foot. Couple wee deflections.
Sometimes a deflection is all that's needed though, Hamish.
We're still playing on here. We're still playing on. Whipping a ball across the goal. Cleared by Noah.
And found space. Can they use it?
Can he whip it in?
It's a
Oh,
great
what a
ball
ball!
and behind.
Oh, that's even better defending. Oh, commentator's curse there. We're going to see a goal kick there.
That's fantastic play through the middle of the park though. Both teams really utilising the middle today.
Yeah, sure. And now a couple. There's another game going on behind us here today. The younger Caversham side taking on Grants Brays. So, some very nice goalkeeping kits out there today.
Thomas.
They won't be wanting to get them mud.
Still we want the technique, yeah? Yep. If you're going to go. Yep.
Some
Really important.
brilliant words there by one of the coaches, Phil Collins, talking to his keeper. We'll just get back in a second. Ashley. Oh, and he's found the back of the onion bag.
Melchester's done well to exploit that far post.
He's up, lads.
Phil's had a couple wee words to the keeper there. Even though he's sitting on a yellow card, we keep the technique, we play our game. Vital words for a young keeper
Yep.
to hear.
It's very, and that's the other thing as well. I think it's very important to have a good relationship with your players as a coach.
Yep.
And that your players, and that you tell your players what you want, so that they trust in their abilities too.
Yep. And it brings out respect
Oh, absolutely.
from the players and the coaches.
Absolutely. I know that if my coach has got me 110%, no matter what,
Then yours.
no matter what decision that I make,
Yep.
I feel a lot more confident in the game that I'm playing. So it's great to see. And Cavi will be looking to get one back before half time, I'm sure.
We're going to need one here.
Sure, they're not going to be wanting to go into the changing rooms 3-0 down at this point.
Yes.
But playing a very,
We're looking just under 5 minutes to go.
very strong game from both teams, though. Find it hard to believe it's actually 3-0 at this point in time.
Yes. Tim
Both,
Cool.
both teams looking even.
Yes, it's scoreline, I would say, not completely reflecting the game at this point
No,
in time.
definitely not.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's
Well
fine.
done.
There was no intention to pass that back to the keeper.
No.
Good work, Tommy.
As you can see, it's great to see that the defence and the goalkeeper are working in sync.
Yep.
You can tell that they know what each other's
Vital.
going to be doing.
And that's
It's
a
another.
great nudge. But
Just,
nobody's up there. Nobody's up there. That's the problem. Sitting quite deep is the Caversham strike force.
Stay high, Ethan. Got to communicate, Harlan, before you pass the ball.
Communication being key out there today. Can he keep this one in? He runs straight into a brick wall.
put another ball in behind, but it's stopped.
Big Ashley in on that ball.
Well done.
Josh
Cavi
onto the
doing
ball.
well to hang on to it, but
Not being able to
Melchester
produce much.
just- It's a bit of
Tim Caldwell trying to run through players there to
bit
no
of back
avail.
and forth ball there. Both teams will be looking to try and keep possession and string a few passes together, settle it down.
Yes. And if Caversham are to get a goal, even just one before half, it might just lift the spirits a wee bit because if Melchester can score 3 goals, there's the potential for Caversham to score the 3
So
goals.
that's a great ball through, but just Melchester getting a foot on that.
Melchester really taking their chances today. There's been 1 or 2 chances they could have slotted away earlier on, but they've done really well to be 3-0
Well
up
done.
here.
And that's a better play of passage that
Yep.
just a little bit overweighted, but the intention there was really good.
Yes. Okay, we're just taking that full 6 seconds.
He'll be in no rush.
Big nudge. Finds Noah. He's in on the ball. Plays it through, and the striker's just stood still there.
Good boy. Drive through it.
And play
That's a
Shirt on there. Great.
great ball
oh,
through, but
bit of a nudge there. And we're going to be in trouble here because there's a dog on the field. But Bush, that's a blatant yellow there. That's a blatant yellow. But we're going to go back here because Harlar's down here. This might disarm. Number 3 will want to get away from the scene because that there is a blatant yellow if I've ever seen one. Never good to see an injury up here though.
especially, no.
Young Harlar, who is actually meant to be going and playing at a higher grade later.
Okay.
So,
I'll be looking to make sure that he's okay.
yep. But once again, player welfare coming into
Yep.
perspective here.
Especially if it's anything to do with head. It's really
yep.
important that is monitored and taken care of.
And it's good to see Caversham have a physio that goes around and makes sure that they're all okay. And she's really brilliant with the kids. She helps out the King's High School team as well.
Oh, great.
So she's in there just making sure for the best of them.
No, especially with all the problems that concussion is brought to light in the past few years.
Yeah.
It's important. It's great to see that football's taking that seriously, and
Yeah, and they've actually got Shane Carvel in making sure that people are aware of what to do with concussions and how to spot them, how to treat.
yeah, it's very important that we have a injury prevention
Injury-
manager in place.
Yep. Oh, word coming out. He's quite winded.
Guys, sit up. Sit up.
But we are going back to that free kick. Ooh. Oh no, it's a free kick here. They're calling for it to just be kicked back. It's a free kick because of the foul.
Ref. It's got to wait to play.
So they've made a sub just to. Bit of confusion around there, but good on them. Both teams are going, oh, we'll just kick it back to each other,
Yep.
sort of thing. Caversham, no doubt, will be willing to do that.
Yeah.
This is a dangerous spot for a free kick.
That's a good ball in as well.
Finds Big Kev.
Again, keeper's done well to just secure that.
Harlar's laughing on the sideline now. He's going to be okay.
Yes.
He's going to be A-okay.
Yep. All organs are intact.
Yeah. Malcolm sharing a bit of bad to with him on that side. Oh, what a pill.
Another great ball through. Well done.
wait a minute. Yeah.
And it's a
Good work.
great defence on the line there.
Well done by Caleb.
Tom doing well to slow that ball down
Yep.
just to get in time for defender to get on the line and get rid of that. Melchester playing really well in between those lines today,
Yeah,
Hamish.
can they get a fourth just before half? Referee's having a good long look at that watch.
That would almost be good night.
Yep. We're going to find ourselves a goal kick.
Cavi will be pleased about that.
start for this afternoon. You got to start this afternoon now. I told you, Stephen. Callum's and Blenheim and Shays got I'll be playing Saturday.
We've just been informed that Harlow's actually starting later in this afternoon. So
And Phil potentially could be also getting the call up.
yeah, you know you're desperate then. But there's half time here. Melchester with a 3-0 lead. Stay tuned for that second half. Half time here, 3-0 lead to Melchester. Both sides looking pretty good though. What's your thoughts for the second half, Tess?
Oh, I think there could be a few more goals to be had. Hamish, who knows which way it's going to go though?
Well, we'll have to stay tuned to find out.
Oakleys is a name that's become synonymous with bathroom excellence. For over 140 years, the team at Oakleys has provided the highest quality bathroom products, plumbing supplies, intelligent advice, and smart service. This commitment continues with Oakleys' new era in showroom innovation, with new products such as the Aurajet, the most advanced and invigorating shower experience ever. Come in and visit the team at 46 Timaru Street. Call us on 466-3600 or visit us online.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Kids, they're the funniest, liveliest people in the world. They need a great energy source, and here it is. Oat singles from Harroway's. There's a delicious choice of flavours for the whole family, including original oat singles for Dad. Oat singles from Harroway's.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar. And proud to support Needham Junior Football.
Can't always be a superstar.
Nope. And as long as they don't give up, that's all we ask.
And they haven't been. It's been a very close game, but Melchester just seem to be edging on those 50-50 balls and just
Getting in on them.
yeah, they seem to be everywhere. But still, like looking very composed, playing around the back for Cavi.
Yep.
Not afraid to play around, not afraid to try and make those incisive balls through, and they're looking dangerous now.
Yes. Now Melchester understand this, and look, they're getting numbers behind the ball now, and
Yeah,
realising,
they know.
hey, yep, we've
Need to
fired them up.
Need to probably start to.
We've woken up the train. They're hopping on board, but Melchester Rovers. Josh takes that nice and early. Caleb gets where he head on to Joel. Plays back to Xavier.
A risky ball through the middle. What can
Oh,
Melchester do
actually,
here?
For his hat trick. It's on his left foot. Yeah, he's happy to play
No
back to
chance.
from distance.
Composure.
Central midfield to even find themselves
So-
back there. Young Noah.
Great ball in behind, but
unable to
just
get to it first.
Kevin needing to probably commit to those 50-50s just a little bit more, Hamish.
Yes,
And Tom doing well to see that was going wide.
they just need that little bit more fight, don't they?
Yep.
And as you can see, plenty of undergarments being worn out there today because, as you know, in Oakleys off the bar, the temperature is low, but the ratings are high. It's nice and frosty out here this morning.
It's got an it's got a strange feeling about it. Bit of fog in the mountains,
Yes.
or the hills, I should say.
Well, you can't even see up Corstorphine here today.
Can you ever see up Corstorphine though, Hamish?
Do you ever want to see up Corstorphine? Is
That
another
is
question.
are these relevant questions that we should be asking ourselves?
But here we go. Number 15's on the ball. He's found some
well
room.
to get
He's found the onion bag. The back stanchion. It's 5-0.
Done well to get through there. I think he's just run through 5 players in the.
I think he's taken a couple bits of advice from Noah on how to part the sea there.
He's done well to get through there. I don't actually know how he's managed to make his way through all those players. Oh, wow.
Oh, dear Lord Almighty. Oh, I love that attitude. One of the parents, don't give up, keep fighting. You know them parents are going to be proud no matter what, as long as they put in 110%. Melchester just proving vital out here today. And obviously a real contender for that title.
Mm-hmm.
A very interesting matchup whenever they are to face Green Island then. Harlow on the ball. Look at this, never die attitude. Ethan. Tim Caldwell, brilliant football there, son.
Dive in, Ethan. Face your play, mate.
Melchester just keeping the pressure on.
Yes, endless pressure.
But Cavi still looking to bring a couple back.
Yes.
Could still be 1 or 2 goals still in this.
Yes. And if we know on Oakleys off the bat, absolutely anything can happen. And make sure you stay tuned for the juggling competition following the full-time whistle. We've had some outstanding efforts over the weeks.
Absolutely. We've had 6 juggles. We've had 107 juggles.
Yes, Coral Seif breaking the record and holding the overall record for Oakleys off the bar with 107. Wait a minute, can Noah keep this ball in?
Help him.
He's done
Sure
well.
can.
Needs some support underfoot though.
Plays it into
To
Ethan.
drive in, but
Plays across his body.
needs probably a few more numbers in the box, but
Probably going
right
to go for
idea.
a throw-in. But yeah, Coral Seif holding the record with 107 inside of a minute.
And-
Unheard of.
and dead last at the bottom of the table, goalkeeper union, Tom
Yeah,
Stevens.
Tom Stevens.
Tom
on that
Stevens.
6.
Not with 5 folks, but with 6 juggles. Just to make that clear, there was a little bit of confusion through the
Yes.
week.
We actually did have to use more than just one hand to count it. We actually had to pull out the thumb on the other one. And yeah, he did get to 6 juggles there. So to the Ross Waikari Club that's been giving him a little bit of stick, hey? Come on, it was 6.
Living up to the statement of goalkeepers are generally supposed to have the best footwork within the team, and
Now, a few people, I won't name Morgan Jarvis, but has called me out on saying that he would like to see my juggles, and that apparently I would make Tom look like Messi if I was to juggle.
can you talk the talk, but can
I-
you walk the walk, Hamish?
Come the end of the season, I will guarantee that I'll enter the juggling competition. But at the same time, Tess, I expect you to enter it in your gum boots.
with my 1 foot.
With your 1 foot that
my
you're
1
eligible
foot.
to use in your gum boots. So I have a chance.
Hamish, you're too
Oh,
kind.
what a pull! Ooh. Tim Caldwell.
Just shy of the bar there, Hamish.
Yes, shortest player getting it up and over the bar there. But yes, we'll be entering the juggling competition by year's end.
Fantastic. Looking forward to kicking your butt, Hamish.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Red ball.
Cavi looking to get the ball up the pitch.
But I've got to admit, if I get to 2 juggles, I'm pretty impressed by myself.
That's 1 on each foot, Hamish.
Well, no, because I lose my balance if I change feet.
Very, very wise decision.
Yes.
The ball, look up.
Yeah, that's an easy foul. Oh,
After the whistle, ref. We got the card.
bit of argument there. He's not impressed by the foul.
Things starting to heat up a little bit on the pitch.
Now this is what I remember from the Caversham Melchester rivalry. I haven't seen any blood yet, so that's okay, because we can't be airing that on TV.
No. We have to censor that out.
Plays it out wide. He's going to get a throw.
Cavi will be happy with that.
Yes.
And again, just Melchester looking to get anything they
And
can.
on
Oh,
the ball.
that's a great ball in.
Oh, surely.
They finish it. Oh,
Keeper.
straight to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper won't be too phased by that one.
Holding it onto it very well with them KA gloves.
Making it look easy.
Now, all this talk of KA gloves.
I think the question I need to ask you, Hamish, is do you know what KA gloves look like?
Yes, they do. They have a big KA on them.
Fantastic.
They're brilliant. Some of the best gloves I've ever seen.
Oh, the best gloves to wear, my friend.
Yes. Now, we actually had Tom Stevens, the Mr. KA Gloves himself, on the show last week, making a return. He absolutely loved it. Going out and offering his banter on the field.
Yeah.
How was he there, Tess, last week for
It was to be quite honest, Hamish, it was a goalkeeper special, really.
Yes.
A lot of good banter about goalkeeping and about.
Yes. And no doubt Morgan and Jade would have loved that.
Oh, absolutely. It's done well
Wait
to
a
keep
minute.
that.
Wow, a wee bit of fun. Now, it did look like a bit of offside, but at the same time, not 100% sure. You got to go with the attacking
Yep.
team there. For missing that chance, he's now substituted, or he's off to his game because he's starting later on. Yes, I've been informed it's
Yes.
starting the game. That'll be the nice way to put it.
Yes, no, it was
Chance, Noah, not
The
too
goalkeeping
close
special
to
last
you.
week for you.
great to see 2 young local goalkeepers competing at each end of the pitch. Both
Yep.
of them doing extremely well in the conditions had on on the pitch.
Yep. And even sharing a bit of banter with young Morgan Whitson with her attempt at breakdancing in the mud.
Yes.
Not by choice.
No.
Not by choice. It was pretty hard conditions, as you say, but they both did very well. Should be very proud of their efforts last week.
Yep, absolutely. It's great to see where they were as youngsters coming through the ranks and seeing them play it at a top side level in the local league. It's great to see how much they've grown, and it tugs on a wee heartstring of mine.
And no doubt that when we talked earlier about Harvey looking up to Sammy, no doubt Jade and Morgan both look up to someone such as yourself there, Tess, coming right through, especially with Jade being in the Dunedin Tech scene when you were there. But not only that, but you're also from Mosgiel, where Morgan's originally from, so you've got a wee connection.
Here's a fun fact for you as well, Hamish. Myself and Morgan actually share the same birthday.
Same birthday?
Both born on January 26th.
Sweet, so nice wee cheap plug there so people don't forget your birthday.
Exactly.
There we go. Turning 30 next year, is it? You're just short of 30 there, is it?
Yeah, just short of 30 there, Hamish. Easy on. 9 years till I'm 30, mate.
Oh, 9 years.
9 years till I'm 30, yep.
Just a spring chicken.
We wait, absolutely. Spring chicken with much life.
Oh, there's a big arm in the back.
Starting to look like a bit of a WWE match out there,
Oh,
Hamish.
mate. Is it Batista, Randy Orton out there today? Here we go. It's John Cena. Roman Reigns making him look strong.
Absolutely. Big Melchester defender coming up from the back saying, "You can't see me," and clearing that off the sideline. Will go out for a throw. Cavi throw.
And this is the most electrifying match in football history. As Melchester still hold a 5-0 lead over Caversham. Yes, don't adjust your TV set. 5-0 at the minute.
They'll be looking to slip the ball through here, and they have to. And that's what to.
Here we go. Oh, how's he got that across? Oh, yeah, free kick the other way. Yeah.
Again, Melchester just playing through the lines quite nicely, Hamish, making it look like child's play.
Yes, and it's very unusual that you'd say Caversham down 5-0. To be honest, I'm ready to grab 2 of each animal and head for the boat because it seems like the end is nigh.
They'll be looking forward to the next time that they clash heads. I can imagine it'll be a bit of a different story next time we see these two sides compete.
And no doubt, Coach Milk Fleming and Phil Collins will be having some serious words with the lads today. Like, they must be proud of the effort that they're putting out there today.
Oh, it's definitely not a 5-0 loss in this game, Hamish.
But at the same time, you've got to put them chances away, don't you?
Yep, absolutely. And that's what Melchester are doing today.
Take nothing away from Melchester today. They are phenomenal out there. They're stomping a mud hole and walking it dry. Absolute slobber knocker out there. Good wee throw there.
Melchester gaining possession.
Nuts, hazelnuts. Straight through the legs.
Oh, good. Nothing worse. Very disrespectful.
Whenever at the old football academy at King's High School, before Malcolm Fleming's days, when Roger Brooks, the Chatham Cup winning coach, used to take it, anytime you get nuts, he would do a wee strut down the sideline singing nuts, oh hazelnuts. And every time someone gets the ball put between their legs now, all I could picture is that old man walking up and down the sideline, a wee strut and a half.
Made an everlasting impression on you, has it? Fantastic.
All the bib getting passed around there, basically telling him he's subbed. Just a great throw-in. Brilliant. Well closed down there.
They're holding on to the ball quite well, Melchester.
Yes. Really happy to play it
around. Playing around Kevy, but Kevy aren't giving up.
Yep.
Kevy have still got some fight left in them.
He's still on side there. He's sort of given up on that one.
It's just seems to be one of those games where it's just not clicking. And Melchester just seemed to be one step ahead.
Yep. Just taking their chances, really pushing the envelope.
Yep. But it is. It's just whoever turns up on the day, really, isn't it, Hamish?
It really is.
But
you have to be able to play 90 minutes.
Absolutely. 90 minutes at this, especially at this age, is a big step up.
Yes.
And it's just as well that they do have rolling subs.
Oh, I wouldn't survive.
No, I'm getting tired just watching, Hamish.
Yeah, my hands are getting a bit cold on the old microphone here.
No.
And I want to give a wee shout out to all our fans out there. Thank you for tuning in here today. And no doubt there's several viewing parties happening every week now. And from a couple of mates at work, from the Scott family to the Walker family, who absolutely love it. Have on series link there, Glenn and the family.
Thank you, Glenn.
No doubt we'll get you on for that juggling competition at some point. You'll probably be able to juggle a little bit more than your daughter.
It's great to see people making an event of it, Hamish.
Yes, it's a good laugh. And the Roslyn Waikari girls that made a great evening of it just last week.
Yes.
They even though it's PG, they made it a wee drinking game.
Yes, apparently every time I said
Yeah, So every time they touched the ball, they would have a sip of their fizzy drink.
Absolutely.
Of their flavoured milks. And but they had a good laugh, and they really enjoyed being on the TV.
And
showcasing what women's football can do in Dunedin.
Absolutely, and it was a ripper game last weekend, Hamish. Both sides really contending.
Yep.
And I guess at the end of the day, it was just that Tech were able to slip a few away.
Yep.
And that's how you win games.
Yeah, and we play them again next week in the league. So
Brilliant.
It should be. We hope to turn that result round. It's a much needed win for us.
Great ball over the top there, Hamish.
And he's wrong foot's touched there. Chipped it into the old mixer.
Oh, well done
off the
again.
line. Well done,
again,
lad.
That's great defending off the line. I think that's the second time that lad's done that today.
Brilliant work in there.
Yeah, no, it's great to see that people are enjoying the show.
Yep.
And they're making the most of a good bit of football banter on a Saturday morning.
And he's put it over the bar. We're through the better half of the second half here.
Be interesting. I think there's a few tired legs out on the pitch, Hamish, although it is rolling subs.
Can they push for the last 20 minutes? Tim, happy to see that one soar out.
This could be a crucial moment in the game. If Melchester drop their guard, 20 minutes within the game is still a long time, Hamish.
Plenty of time in any game of football.
Plenty of time to bag 5 or 6 goals for Cavi. And it has been done in the past.
45.
Tries to put that one in the mix. To no avail. But they're going to win a corner here? Yeah, corner.
Cavi will be looking to utilise this. Crucial moment in the game.
Nice.
It's a good ball in.
It's the back post. Oh, nobody's on
Cavi
it.
just struggling to get a little bit of height on that, but that was a great ball into the box.
Yep. Plays it out wide, but nobody's there. That's the problem. Couple big games happening in the men's Premier Division today. By the time this airs on telly and on YouTube, you'll be able to look up the results. Caversham looking to extend their undefeated streak in the Premier Division as they take on Southland, who have come up from Invercargill. Southland do hold a pre-season victory over a bit of a makeshift Caversham team where they introduced some of the young ones. So,
Fantastic.
but Caversham also beat Southland in the league 3-1 to, as I see it, retain their, I believe it's 26 wins in a row.
That is very, very impressive.
Haven't dropped a point. So best of luck to them. We've also going to see Queenstown and Tech. Queenstown hosting Tech down in the event centre. Should be a bit of a thrilling game. They actually faced each other in the Chatham Cup just last week, where Queenstown took the victory 3-2. And what I've been told was an absolutely end-to-end game.
Fantastic. That's what you love about cup games. Anything can happen. You know, points regardless where you're sitting on the table. If you're bottom of the table playing the top, you could come away with a
90
win.
minutes of football.
Absolutely. That's who turns up on the day, Hamish.
The Northern University game's been deferred to a later date due to players being unavailable. And finally we got Roslyn versus Mosgiel, which I say is the pick of the games for the round.
Absolutely. I'll be going out to watch that today, Hamish.
Yes, some massive players that could be an impact in that game. Also heard they've got the number 1 referee in town on that game, and the one of the best linesmen in the game.
Fantastic.
Is
Great.
be in that one.
Great to see referees turning up for such an important game.
Yes, but for some reason, what
He's
a
done
turn!
well. He's going to
Tries to pick it back.
Kevy's done well to get it out the box, but they're still not out of trouble yet.
Oh, Timmy, brilliant football, son.
It's
Plays out to Ambrose. Can he deliver? Oh, he sure
good
can.
ball in. But Kevy have done well to
Maybe
defend that
finds
away
himself
again.
behind it. And a shot from distance. It will find its way to Bathgate School while taking a hit off the lid of a car.
Oh, wow. If
Couple subs here. Oh, now, if you want to talk about impact subs, Melchester has just made one. Young Harold comes on. They're 5-0 up, and you bring your impact sub on. I've actually been informed he's actually injured. I'm not sure even if you're 5-0 up, do you even bring him on?
sometimes it's not worth the risk, Hamish.
Yes, you just leave them on the bench.
Absolutely. Especially being so young when you encounter injuries in your younger years.
They can explode to be something more than what
Yep.
they actually are in the
And then
later
you have
years.
problems in later years.
Yes. Now, we update on yourself there, Tess. We know that you've had a wee ankle injury and you've had surgery, but how's it been treating you so far?
I've been very fortunate with the way that it's healed, Hamish.
Oh, that's
Taken
ideal.
no painkillers since the operation, which has been absolutely fantastic, and I've got a month to go till I can hopefully start playing again. Young
brilliant.
Tom's done well there to deflect that, but they're not out of trouble yet.
Harold's on the ball. He has the same hair dye as Ashley up top. Oh, it's good to hear that you're fighting fit.
Absolutely.
And, no doubt everybody will be looking forward to seeing you back on the football field sooner rather than later, hopefully maybe even for Southern United.
Fingers crossed. We'll see how we go, Hamish.
Yes.
Will have been 11 months by the time I come back to
Might be a
just
bit,
running.
Might be a bit rusty then.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I'm bike fit, but
Let's see if that qualifies on the old football field, the bike fitness.
I highly doubt it.
Hey.
I wasn't a runner before my injury. I don't think I'll be a runner after my injury.
Hey, I helped you get fit earlier on. No doubt we could do it again.
Fingers crossed, my friend.
Leaner, meaner.
It's what friends are for, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Vitamin H Fitness, #1 fitness company in the world. Not just in Eden. Maybe the greatest PT there's ever been.
Yes, it's definitely up for debate.
No, it's not for debate, but I've got a microphone, I'm on TV, I'm going to say it.
Treat yourself, Hamish. Treat yourself.
VHF, Vitamin H Fitness. Get your daily dose.
Melchester just seems to
Here
be
we go. Look
exploiting
at,
the gaps
he's gone for the early
nicely.
shot. Caversham happy to see that one sail over. It was a 3v3 situation. A bit chilly here, but last night you had the soccer sister program inside at Bayfield High School. How did that go for you there, Tess?
It's actually a really good session, Hamish. Sometimes when you run an indoor session, you're never too sure on how it's going to play out, especially having young girls in such a confined space. A, it can get very noisy, and B, I suppose patience can run thin when there's not a lot of space to move. But I personally think that was the best session of soccer sisters that we've had.
It was brilliant.
And it was great, and obviously great for you to see you involved with the older girls. I think that it seems to be that they're very much enjoying the sessions that you're putting on for them, and being more of an older and obviously getting more into playing seriously. It's great to see them actually doing getting into doing some proper sessions.
Yeah, some skill-based sessions.
Yep.
But I believe that's what the soccer sister program can really offer to these younger girls. Not only does it create a brilliant environment from what I've seen, but at the same time, like-minded players, parents, come along and enjoy the time, and they get some good coaching and an enjoyable time, and they go away falling in love with the game.
Well, that's the aim of the game at the end of the day, Hamish.
Yes,
Where
and I think all of the people involved in it need to thank you for having the initiative to create such a program, Tess.
it's my pleasure, Hamish. It is. If I can get one girl fall in love with the game, even half as much as what I love it, then job well done. But I couldn't do it without the fantastic coaches that are involved week in and week out.
Oh, thanks, Tess.
Yeah, I've had obviously yourself involved and KP. Kristen Pram's involved regularly as well as Jessie Bennett and Tom Stevens making a wee appearance last week as well too, and I've also had April Fairchild from university too, as well as myself roaming around making sure everything's going according to plan.
And the thing is, all of us coaches are absolutely loving it because the girls are loving it. So once again, as I said, it's a great environment to just enjoy football, have a bit of a laugh, and hey, you never know, we might actually see some of them football girls. Wait a minute, what
That's a great save. Great strike, great save.
We might actually see some of them soccer sister girls on Oakleys Off the Bar in the coming weeks.
That would be fantastic.
I really hope that we can get them on, and a couple of really skillful young ladies in the team.
Well, fingers crossed, Hamish, in a few years, those girls might go on to play in all-girls teams and we'll be able to film them all playing together.
Yes.
That's the hope. That's the hope that we'll
And
create.
we've seen how well the all-girls teams can actually work. We've seen that Dunedin Tech versus Roslyn all-girls game at Ellis Park, and it was a brilliant game, 4-3 victory to Roslyn. But there, in 3 to 4 years' time, maybe a little bit more than 3 to 4 years' time, they could potentially be both premier teams.
Absolutely. There's no reason why they couldn't be. They'll definitely be giving the older girls a bit of a run for their money in later years.
Yep. And he's not offside though. He's not off. So, he almost proved vital. Actually did well for Melchester to stay out of that play.
No, I think it's very important moving forward that girls have the opportunity to play in either a mixed pathway or a girls-only pathway. But that's a great ball through. He's done well.
Gets ahead, finds the onion bag. It's a hattie for Ashley.
Given to him on a silver platter.
Yes. Even though it's 6-0, yes, Melchester have been that slightly better, but that does not reflect the game here today.
No, absolutely not, Hamish. Kevy have given 110% effort. It's just Melchester seem to be just that little half step ahead.
Yes.
But I'm sure with telling times, the next time these two teams clash, it could be a completely different story.
Yes, no doubt.
And Kevy could still ping 1 or 2 back. We still must have 10 minutes of play to go.
Solid 10 minutes at least.
There's no reason why goals can't be scored in the last dying minutes of the game.
Yes. Odin there. Another ball. Oh, brilliant play up in there. Look at this. They're just creating overloads after overloads.
Melchester just looking very comfortable and very relaxed on the ball.
Oh, here we go.
But there's a wee breakaway from Kevy.
And that's got to be a yellow card, I would say. He's not giving the yellow there. Caleb Marsh not bringing the old yellow out of the pocket there. Oh, he's up for debate. Maybe having a wee word with him. Yes, he's given Kevin the final warning there by the looks of it. Oh, he's got it round him. Young Josh there. Tries to pierce the gap to no avail.
A little bit of time, man, on your left shoulder.
Xavier sitting on the yellow card and sitting on the ball.
Some really nice play from Kevy there to keep the ball down and keep possession.
And look at this, early, trying to get high and wide here.
So I'm really impressed.
Oh, good muscle there. Oh, by both players. Good bit of pushing.
Good battle.
And just in behind us, it looks like Grants Brays are taking a wee lead over the younger Caversham side. screaming and shouting with every motion that they do. And that's a great pull in. Who's on the end of it? Caversham find themselves.
Plenty of.
They're going to get a goal kick here. Caversham will be looking for that final whistle here. They know Melchester have really turned up here today. Absolutely killer in front of goal.
Absolutely, and looking strong in the defence as well, Hamish.
Yes.
Across the park, looking very strong.
Good to see such young sides. Obviously, the coaching has been vital to both teams to play such style of football. Even going back 5-10 years ago, you're most likely not going to see this sort of football at this age group.
No, and that's the great thing to be watching is how football has developed over time and how much more competitive it's become.
Yep, sure has. That comes through chances and clubs willing to take chances on the younger players and offering coaches with good qualifications, that are willing to help these young fellas.
Yep, and I think it's really important as well in regards to coach eds. I think's had a lot to play over the past few years too. It's great to see coaches wanting to educate themselves and it's for the benefit of their own players.
Yes, and it truly is, and it's clearly helping the club. If you look just even to the men's premier side with Malcolm Fleming there, highly qualified coach, and look at their results. Win after win.
Absolutely.
So such things as that. Especially with that level 2 that's happened not that long ago, the all-females one, helping to promote female coaches, so giving them chances to them.
Yep.
Now it's just a matter of the clubs now buying into it and going, we'll take the chance on them.
Absolutely, and it's also making sure that they're also self-driven too, and obviously they are. They've gone all the way up to Wellington to complete that senior level 2, and it'll just be a matter of time to see whether or not they complete the assessment.
Yep.
I myself am one of them as one of those senior level 2 participants, not from the Wellington course, but from the one that myself and yourself did in April, I think it was, Hamish.
Early April.
Yep.
Absolute brilliant course. Opened my eyes to some better coaching, and I actually did my first video with the assessment of so for the people out there, you have to actually obviously coach, and you get filmed, audioed, and I did it with the Caversham men's premier side just the other week. Great honour to be able to have a chance to coaching. So thank you to Melk and Steve for allowing me to do that. But getting to do the assessment, and you have to criticise yourself and all the little bits and bobs. What could go better? What have you done? Why are you doing it? And more around the realistic trainings that they offer. So no more this just we'll just play two-touch football in a wee position square. It's how does it relate to the game
and why are you doing it?
Yeah, and why? So so I absolutely loved it.
And met some amazing people as well from out of town. It's a great strike. Just a Melchester player again, just getting in the way.
Yeah, and it's good to find like-minded coaches. Can he find 4 keepers off his line?
Keeper might have done enough there actually.
He whips it back over.
When they need to clear it though, and they have done so.
They've still got numbers up.
It could be on for a counter.
Yes, they could be. So just coming back to the coaching, it's brilliant to have people that want to be good coaches and want to better themselves for the players.
Absolutely.
Because gone are the days where you just turn up here with a pair of bins and
Yep.
coach them to be amazing, would you?
Yep.
So
exactly, and you've got to know to some degree, I guess, what you're talking about as well. So it's like you said, gone are the days where you rock on up and play a game.
Yeah, one of the parents just does it, Yep. Gone are them days.
Absolutely, and I think on top of that, once you've done coaching, I think it's a little bit of responsibility around. You've also got to pass that knowledge on to others.
Yep.
Too.
It's better for the football, even in the region. If we just think in region, if not country.
Absolutely, it's another really dangerous
free kick coming up here. Just 2 on the wall here.
Yep.
Just 2. Cool. Fair enough.
Any further around, you might want to have 3, but.
No
one getting it on the end of it.
One thing I noticed there, so he's asked for the 10 and we're waiting for the whistle there. Now the keeper's still on his post there. As a referee for myself, I'd move them back, I would move into my position as a referee and then blow the whistle to clearly indicate to the keeper, I'm about to blow the whistle and the free kick's about to be taken. There's nothing worse as a keeper, I'm presuming, than you're on your post and suddenly the whistle's blown and you haven't adjusted yet.
I've had a stitch up in a trial. With that, they've scored off a
Oh, and
That's game.
that's game. That's 6-0 there. Now, guys, make sure you stay tuned as we find out who the player of the days are, and of course the juggling competition.
Oakleys is a name that's become synonymous with bathroom excellence. For over 140 years, the team at Oakleys has provided the highest quality bathroom products, plumbing supplies, intelligent advice, and smart service. This commitment continues with Oakleys' new era in showroom innovation, with new products such as the Orajet, the most advanced and invigorating shower experience ever. Come in and visit the team at 46 Timaru Street. Call us on 466-3600 or visit us online.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Kids, they're the funniest, liveliest people in the world and need a great energy source. And here it is, oat singles from Harroway's. There's a delicious choice of flavours for the whole family, including original oat singles for Dad. Oat singles from Harroway's.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar. And proud to support Needham Junior Football.
So a fantastic win.
Very
today.
happy, yeah,
Congratulations
very happy.
on that. Thoughts on the game?
Thoughts on the game, I thought our boys played the sort of football that I've been trying to get them to play for weeks and weeks and weeks. They did all the right things. They won every ball. They finished their chances. They made all the right runs, and over across the board, I thought we were by far the better team.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
And as a coach as well, it's really pleasing when you see all that come together, especially against a side like Cavi.
Yeah, absolutely. And we lost to them last time, so it was justice. I'm going to call it justice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm pleased
Happy,
to hear
very
that.
happy.
And did you select a player of the day for this
Player
week?
of the day, yes. I could have selected all of them for player of the day, but one player that ran the most, he didn't finish the game, but he probably ran the most out of the whole team, Harrison Biggs.
Fantastic.
Yep, very
Harrison,
happy.
would you like to come?
Harrison Biggs,
Fantastic. Well done. Cool.
Awesome.
So as player of the day today, you get a box of Harroway's oats, and you also get a voucher for a very hard to find second-hand bookstore.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Well
Excellent.
done, and congratulations on to you guys for your win.
Thank you
Good
very
luck
much.
for next week.
Cheers.
Cool,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Good one.
I'm here with Malcolm Fleming, the coach of the Caversham side. Hard luck on the result today, but thoughts on the game?
Yeah, the result doesn't bother me too much. I'm just disappointed the way we played. I don't think we played as well as we could do. In actual fact, I praised them at warm-up time that they were passing the ball around really well, and it was probably the worst thing to do because they didn't go out there and do it, unfortunately. But it's a bit difficult as well when we've got, two of our youth team on the bench for the seniors today, and then another 6 or 7 in the running for the second team. So the guys that stay behind and do this work, they do a good job. And so it's a football that disappoints me. We didn't play good football. It's not so much a result. I don't care how we go, win, lose or draw. It's a football we play.
Yep.
We just went on it today, unfortunately.
But hopefully a positive mindset moving forward. They'll learn from this.
Yeah, exactly. It's not so much, that they can't play it. They can play it, and they do play it really well sometimes. It's just when you haven't got your whole quota of people to play again with you, it makes it difficult. So, but that's all right. It's learning. That's what it's about.
Now, you were able to select the player of the day today? Who
Yeah,
have we got?
Caleb Green's been outstanding for us the last 5 or 6 weeks. Really stepped up when those other guys that are playing in senior football, making the move away at half time and all the rest of it. He's been outstanding, and once again today played centre back for the first half and midfield for the second. Outstanding, doing a good job for us. So,
well
Caleb's part of the day.
You get some Harroway oats. Thoughts on the game there, mate?
Oh, it was alright. We didn't really play our football.
Yeah.
We needed to get it down, play well, and then we probably should have scored a few more.
Hopefully change that next week then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly.
All right, let's head over to the juggling comp. I'm here with Caversham's goalkeeper Tom Paul. Now you're entering the juggling competition today. You get 1 minute to do as many as you can, one attempt. As soon as it hits the ground, it's all over. You ready to set this? Now for goalkeepers, Tom Stevens holds the record with 6. So if you can't beat that, there's something wrong, okay?
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit of room. Begin when you like. Oh, easy. Look, you've already surpassed it. Oh, make it look easy here, Tom. We might run out of time at this rate. Don't lose control of it though. 6, the number that Tom got, and the number of goals went in today there, Tom. What happened there today?
Oh,
Eh?
don't know really.
Don't know what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy, mate. Look at this. We're already halfway through our time. Look at this. You're putting Noah to shame here. He couldn't even step up to it.
Come on, Tommy!
Yes. This is simple. You may break the record at this rate, Tom. Well, you said that you were average at juggling.
Listen to him. He is another loose midfielder.
Oh, a loose midfielder. Coming from your star singer coach Phil Collins over there. Oh, we have got 10 seconds left. Oh, this is ideal. 5. And time. Brilliant, Tom. Just short of the record there, Tom, with 104. Well done there, mate. Let's go find out what Melchester can do. So I'm with Harold from Melchester here. Big score to try and beat. Now you're going to get 1 minute to do as many juggles as you can. As soon as it hits the ground, it's all over. Are you ready? We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
Don't choke, mate. Early fumble, pressure mark.
Don't choke. Well, you should have plenty of energy. You only came on near the end there, Harold. Now, did you have the same hair dye as Ashley in your team? You know, let's just go for the same sort of hairstyle here. Oh, look at this. He's cruising through this. He's going to try and break the record for Oakleys off the bar. 107 to beat. Oh, 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 oh. Slight put off. 45 there for Harold. So I'm here with special guest Caleb Marsh, the referee in our juggling competition today. 1 minute. I don't know if he'll last a minute.
Well, my highest is 4.
Highest is 4. You get as many juggles as you can. All right, 1 or 2. If you beat 6, it's better than Tom Stevens. So
wasn't keeper.
So no pressure. Be good when you like.
Hold on, let me
Smack
it off.
Oh, you mean business here today. Here we go.
1.
Oh, 3. He takes the new title of lowest juggler.
All over here at Tonga Park. It's 6-0 final score to Melchester. We've had our juggling competition now, Hamish, and what were your thoughts on around the game today?
Well, the game, pretty even game, so even though the scoreline doesn't reflect that, so well done to Melchester, really being clinical. Well done to our jugglers. Tom Stevens can hold his head high now, knowing that Caleb Marsh is now at the bottom of the table. This show wouldn't be possible without our amazing sponsors from Oakleys Bathroom Plumbing and Centre, Haraway Oats, and of course the legendary, hard to find but totally worth the effort, second-hand bookstore on 20 Dowling Street. Next week we'll be bringing you another amazing game, so make sure you tune in.
Oakleys proud to support the broadcaster off the bar, and proud to support Needham Junior Football.